we are gonna try this again because I tried this before and I had the camera like this and then it looked really weird, so I turned it like this, and now and it was like 20 minutes and I want to try to get it down to 15 minutes. We are going to talk about me getting the vaccine. I am a certified nursing assistant for a oncology infusion clinic that is outpatient but connected to the hospital. That means I have absolutely no information on the vaccine. This is not medically based. This is personally based. So don't come at me with medical stuff. I won't be able to answer you. This is just because I've had a lot of people ask me what happened when I got the vaccine. Did I have any symptoms? Did I have any side effects? And that's what we're going off of. I was originally supposed to get I'm going to say them wrong, Pfizer vaccine. But we did not get enough for the hospital, so that was given mainly to the tier 1 people. Those are people that are in emergency rooms, EMTs. They are dealing with the COVID unit. They were the very first people. I got the Moderna vaccine, so that's what I am going to be talking about. I have no idea how to video and edit or anything like that, so it's going to be choppy. Just suck it up. Okay, so the Pfizer vaccine was offered to my hospital about a week before Christmas. I have a couple nurses that got that vaccine because they were at higher risk. The Moderna vaccine was offered to us the week after Christmas. That was what I received. I received it 5 days ago. I received it on the 29th of December on a Tuesday at 10 a.m. So, I do not work on the weekends and I did not work on Christmas. So I signed up for it on New Year's Eve or on Christmas Eve. And then I freaked out and fretted about it and drank about it for the entire weekend. And then when Tuesday and on Monday, and then when Tuesday rolled around, I fretted about it until about 9 o'clock on Tuesday. And then I decided that I had to ask myself if I would have been willing to do the trials. Would I have been willing to do that? I have incredibly high risk people in my family. I have been incredibly blessed to not have anybody in my immediate family have COVID, and I don't want them to ever get COVID. I have a sister-in-law that would be considered high risk. I have a mother that would be considered high risk. In my opinion, anybody is high risk. So, if this helps, then God damn it, I'm going to do it and I'm going to support it. So I went ahead, but I did fret about it. So I went ahead and agreed to do it. I went over at 10 o'clock from my building on one side of the campus to the main hospital, and I got my shot. Now, because it has been pushed through, they have taken certain steps. I had to fill out a life-changing array of paperwork, and I am fine with that. They have you fill out some of it ahead of time. They had to fill out some of it at there. I am prone to drug reactions. So they have everybody stay there for 15 minutes after receiving the vaccine to make sure that no reactions happen or side effects happen. Because I have a high history of drug reactions or side effects, I stayed there for 30 minutes. So I received the vaccine. I received it in the upper part of my arm, in the muscle here where you would receive a normal flu shot or maybe the pneumonia shot. Nothing happened. I went into the waiting room and waited for the appropriate 15 minutes, and the only thing I had was a slight lightheadedness, but I also had walked with a thick down coat from my side of the campus to the other in about 20 degrees weather, and then there was a lot of people in the clinic, and it was in the vaccine clinic, and it was quite warm. So I actually chalked that up more to that because I have had history in the past of coming from cold to hot and getting lightheaded. So could have been a vaccine, could have been not. It wasn't severe. Like even if it was the vaccine, it wasn't severe. And then after the 30 minutes, I went back to work. I got it at 10 a.m. I worked till 4:30. Around 2:30, I started getting pain in my arm. It is the common, if you've ever had the flu shot or especially the pneumonia shot, it's a very common pain. It's like the incision pain right here. And I got it, and the other, I think 4 or 5 other nurses that got that shot that day also got it. The nurses that got the Pfizer vaccine also got that when they had gotten theirs. So we all had that very, very, very typical injection pain, which is basically just a really like a sore muscle. It's a really, really sore muscle. Kind of like not quite a Charlie horse, but it's different. But you know, if you've had the vaccine, you understand the flu vaccine. So we all received that. So that might be very common. I kind of chalk that up to Incision because almost every time, if There's been a couple times where I've got the vaccine, the flu shot, and I've never had any pain up here. And then there's times where I've done it and I've gotten it. And sometimes I wonder if it is nothing against the nurses, but sometimes I chalk it up to the person giving the vaccine more than the actual vaccine. But that is something to look at, that you will probably get that incision pain. This is completely unscientific, but one thing that me and the girls talked about a couple days later is that is the only thing I had. The entire time, the only thing I had was this pain. It lasted until about Thursday, and then it was gone, and I feel fine. It's Saturday now. One of the girls that got the Pfizer Visine, she had a little bit of odd taste in her mouth. When she would taste things, it was slightly off. It lasted about 2 days, and then it was gone. It was never anything severe. She didn't lose her taste. Two of the girls that I got the shot with on, the Moderna shot with on Tuesday night, they both ended up with really bad headaches. They were bad. One of the girls actually was scared because the media keeps talking about all the side effects and not the pluses. And so she was afraid that she was going to get paralyzed, palsy. But it wasn't, because she had the pain in the arm, and then she got a really bad headache. It lasted a couple hours and then it was gone. The other girl got a headache and it lasted a couple hours and it was gone. They haven't had it since. This is completely just something that we noticed and talked about. So I'm not going to say that this is going to cause or affect. It's just something we noticed. The girls that went out, so I got a shot. When I got off work, I went home, I picked up Ollie, I went to the park, and I did my normal couple miles walk around the park. That's what we do every single day. One of the girls, she didn't work that day, so she went out skiing after she got the shot. Another one of the ladies, she got the Pfizer shot, but she went out and worked out. One of the other girls got the Pfizer shot and she worked out. The two that got the headaches, they didn't work out afterwards. They actually took it easy because they were trying to take it easy for the shot. There is no proof anywhere that I know of that if you go and work out after getting the shot, that it's going to not cause a headache. There's no proof that not working out is going to cause a headache. It was just something that we were bouncing off each other and that we noticed. So I thought I would bring it up. It doesn't hurt. If you're not having an effect to go do a little bit of exercise, I mean, that don't hurt. Go for it. If you can't do it, that doesn't mean you're going to get a headache. That was just something that we all noticed. It could have been, just complete coincidence. But that was it out of the, let's actually count it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 for sure. I believe 8, but 6 for sure nurses. And then me. So that's 7 or 9. None of us had any more severe effects than the 2 that got the headache. In the community, as in the hospital, I have not heard of anybody having any severe reactions to any of the vaccines, any of the either 2. I will update. I plan on getting my second shot on the 26th. I will update if anything happens between now and then, and I will update after that. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that the same precautions will be in place for the second shot because it is not a different dose. It is not a different kind of shot. It's the exact same shot, but you get it twice. And of course, if you get the Moderna shot, you are getting the Moderna shot as the second. If you get the Pfizer shot, you are getting the Pfizer shot as the second. You don't intertwine them. So, do I think that you should get the vaccine? I absolutely do think you should get the vaccine. I mean, some people have concerns about long-term effects, but in my experience, you could have long-term effects with anything. One of the nurses that I work with, her husband had COVID, and he has, I'm going to repeat that, he has long hauler syndrome, which is a long-term effect of COVID that is starting to pop up and people are noticing. And there is no timeline like that. There is, it might last this long to this long. That's a horrible thing to be told. I was ill through all of my 20s and disabled through all of my 20s because of illness. And I was told by a doctor, we really don't have a timeline on when it's going to go away. It's not the doctor's fault. They really don't know. But nobody wants to be told hey, you'll probably get better, but we don't know when. I don't want that. I will take the shot over that. Because I work with such high-risk patients, I don't want another patient to finish chemo and to be in remission and then to catch COVID and die. It's stupid. It's just stupid. And I know that's a little bit rude, but it's stupid. You know, I've lost a couple patients to COVID, and I have a couple in the hospital right now to COVID. And they are the most high risk you can get. People that are fighting with chemotherapy. I mean, they have nothing left in their bodies to defend against COVID. They're defending against everything. They're defending against the cancer and the chemo, you know? So I recommend getting the shot, but I understand the fears of getting the shot. If you think that you're medically not sound to get the shot, obviously don't get the shot. There's a couple nurses that one of them's pregnant. I'm not going to tell her to get the shot. Don't get the shot when you're pregnant. They don't know about that. I have another one that wants to be pregnant. I understand her not getting the shot. I understand somebody not getting the shot because they've had a reaction to the shot, medical reasons. I understand all that. I'm just saying that look a little bit more into it if you're just afraid because it's only been out for a year. You can have a drug reaction to anything. As somebody that used to be a medication, you can have a drug reaction to anything. It doesn't matter how long it's been out. I'm allergic to penicillin. Guess how I learned that? The hard way. I'm allergic to morphine. Guess how I learned that? The hard way. You don't know until you take it, and it doesn't matter how long it's been out. This is a COVID vaccine. They have ways to treat reactions, just like they have ways to treat any reaction. They're doing it in a contained setting. That is the best time to get one, is when it's in contained setting, because they are ready for you to have a reaction, as opposed to just getting it at the pharmacy down the road. Now, hey, get it at the pharmacy down the road if that's your only option. With that, another thing I am going to say is my hospital never told us that we had to get it. 100% it was us. We had to sign up for it. If you didn't sign up for it, it's not even an option. You have to sign up for it. You have to agree to the fact that the hospital is not asking you to get it. This is just purely you wanting to get it. And we are offering you this safe setting to get it in. Unfortunately, I have a friend that her facility has forced her to get it. She's fine. She got it and she's fine. But she did have a little minor reaction to it. But it's not the point. She was forced to get it because she was told that, I think along the lines of, I'm not going to quote it because I'm not her. I believe it was along the lines of, we're not going to fire you, but you can't work. That is, in my mind, a bit of a scare tactic, and I don't agree with it. So I'm not saying that you should be forced to get it. I don't agree with forcing anybody to take anything. Everybody has the right. I'm just saying that if you're afraid of it because of this and this and this, just research it a little bit. I'm fine. I don't have any extra appendages. I kind of wanted an extra appendage. I thought that would be really cool to have like an extra arm. Like, that would make my job so much easier. So much easier. But I understand if there are concerns. If you have questions for me, unfortunately, it was uneventful for me. Nothing happened. So I don't know how much I can help because nobody in my general area that I work with, all of us that got the vaccine are fine. So nothing happened. So I don't have a lot of, what if questions, but if you're curious about something, go ahead and ask me. If you're curious just about what the process was, go ahead and ask me. I pretty much explained it. It was very anticlimactic. Like, I put it in my head that this was going to be this terrible, scary situation. Like, I had I had plague doctors in my head. Like, I thought that was going to be really bad. And I went in and got my shot, went into a waiting room, sat around. They offered me chips and water and some apples because I was sitting doing nothing. And then I left. Got a bit of arm pain. Felt like a limp kitten for a little bit. That was it. So if you can get the vaccine, get the vaccine. I talked to my neighbor about it. I went over a thing with my neighbor over it because of her concerns. And I'm done with this. I'm done with it. It's 2021. I'm done with COVID. I kind of, I've always seemed kind of lax about COVID, but I'm not an idiot. And I work at a very high risk. It's not that I have high risk, like as in COVID patients coming in. I'm having patients that might get COVID. I mean, they're high risk because I don't even know if I'm going to see them 1 week to the next. There is a possibility that I'm not. I definitely don't want to meet him, lose him anymore because of COVID. I'm already having him fight the battle. And it's very personal to me. If it seems like I'm seeming a little irritated, it's because it's very personal to me. Oncology is very, very personal to me. They have a hard enough time fighting what they're fighting. They don't need to fight this too, just 'cause. Half of the people that come in for treatment are super excited about getting the vaccine because they already have to be careful. They haven't done anything. It might be their last year on earth and they are hiding in their houses. That's not okay. Not okay. That's my rant. That's all I'm going to say. If you have questions, go for it. I just did this because, again, I'm terrible at getting back at people, and everybody was asking me about the vaccine because I've been very vocal about getting the vaccine. And everybody was asking me about it, and I was like, yeah, oh, and then I just forget. Or their feed would just go away. But mostly I just forget. And ignore the red. I've had that since I was young. I don't know why my neck is red. It's just probably because I'm just doing this. Anyway, squirrel. I'm not just, it's not that bad. I'm fine. They're fine. Everybody I know is fine that's had it. And again, I'll update again on the 26th after I get the second one. And if I have a reaction, I'll be totally honest. I will say that I had a reaction. But I'm not going to hide it. It's also really cool because the CDC gives you a website when you get the vaccine and it tells you to sign up. I was not going to make this longer, but this is important. So, when you get the shot, you get this little website and it has you sign up, and you can sign up to the CDC, and they will contact you every day to see if you've had any symptoms and how you are doing. It's just to record what symptoms you have. If you've had symptoms, the CDC might contact you. It's just to keep track of everything. I think that's pretty cool, because yes, it was pushed through rather quickly. It was a necessity to be pushed through rather quickly. I think the other one was pushed through, the H1N1. Wasn't that pushed through really quick? I was in Hawaii at the time, I think, so I don't know. If you're afraid of it, talk to people about it. Talk to your doctor about it. Talk to somebody that actually has had it. That's the best thing I can recommend. That's what my neighbor did. She talked to me about it. She talked to our neighbor across who also got it. Talk to people that have actually got it. Don't base it on the news. Don't base it on the CDC, because it's really hard to go through those. I mean, all of the bad stuff gets put up here and then the good stuff gets put right down here. So don't base it off that. Talk to somebody that has had the vaccine, and then talk to somebody that's maybe also had the virus. If you've had the virus, think about it. What would you rather have again? If you're asymptomatic, that don't count. But talk to somebody that's actually got the vaccine. Ask them what the actual side effects are. Some people have had side effects that are obviously worse than mine. And get that information. But get it through real life people, I feel, because that's going to give you the best information. Because those people were willing to get the vaccine anyway. So they're just going to give you the honest truth. What do they have to lose? They've already gotten it. Yeah, that's my rant. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so if you have any questions, ask me. So one more thing I'll throw out there. It has nothing to do. I took my glasses off because I'm getting closer to the screen and I don't want you to see I'm not watching anything dirty. I'm just watching Twitch and it's distracting. So I took my glasses off, but I was going to show you my Christmas present. So I got this Christmas present. This one says, I got myself my Christmas present and these. This one you probably can't see, but it says do no harm. And I really like it. I think it's perfect for my work. But then I got this one and I can't see it because I'm blind because I took my glasses off. But if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it, but it says keep fucking going. Which I think is perfect for the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Just keep fucking going. And hopefully this will all be just bad dream. So, yeah, love you, bye!